thank you for the opportunity to present today. We're presenting really more towards you having the ability to really see the product in action. So SubHQ, just to give you a little background, my name is Jim Andrews. I'm the founder and CEO of SubHQ, but I'm also the owner and chairman of American Ironworks and Erectors based in the Pacific Northwest. It operates in 4 states. And it was really out of that we built SubHQ as a need more than a desire to build software, but we were really a solution before we became a product. So SubHQ is a field-friendly project management SaaS built for subcontractors by a subcontractor. The real problem, and as late here as in 2020, most commercial subcontractors are still really forced to use paper-driven processes, spreadsheets, all kinds of disconnected multi-point solutions, software built for GCs or for the office. All of these basically amount to inefficient, inconsistent, cumbersome, and fragmented solutions, and they don't allow subcontractors to operate more efficiently and profitably. And now, in a current and post-COVID-19 world, I think everybody's experienced over the last few months the need to really go paperless, cloud-based, and with solutions that are really scalable. We're going to see in this next year comprehensive industry digitization in an industry that's been pretty slow to adapt in general, like we've never seen before. But being able to capture data across an entire company and across all your projects is going to be more important now than ever before. SubHQ is a solution for this, and it's going to help subcontractors build efficiency and effective management, increase margins, and give all kinds of real-time information. As well, it's going to be a safeguard against these times of adversity. So the values that really are behind SubHQ really come down to this. Is number one, it's an authentic subcontractor project management SaaS. It was built field-friendly first, and it had to be for us to be able to implement it in my own company. So we always ask the question, what will Mac do? Mac is the kind of consummate field foreman superintendent that really is the origination of most of the data you're trying to manage. It has to be real-time project data. Data's got to be able to move between the field and the office and the field, but it has to work efficiently on a phone, an iPad, and computer as it does anywhere else. It also has to manage complexity simply. What most people don't understand is you have to build subcontractor solutions that are labor-driven, really from the ground up, based upon the fact that labor and hours are the most important dynamic of the data that you're trying to manage. So building those complexities behind the scenes so it's simple on the surface is important. And then one-touch entry. Many times subcontractors have to enter in an hour of time, for instance, but that hour's got to go to multiple places. So to reduce redundancy and increase consistency, you have to understand and know the knowledge of the field and be in proximity to the field to build an effective tool. That we've done. What makes us different? I can tell you right now that I don't think any other platform is built from the ground up in quite the same way. We, as I mentioned before, emerged as a solution long before we were a product. We were intentional in this Mac thing. I mean, you're asking a guy in the field every day to be thorough and to be in complete compliance on a daily basis. And how do you do that? Well, for SubHQ, that field-friendly first is what will always drive us. It's a core value of what makes SubHQ and our product design going to be effective as we move forward too. And it's a targeted solution. It's a vertical solution for a very specialized market that is grossly underserved in today's marketplace. So when you look at the Streamline workflows and how they work, if you're working from daily entries, you got to be able to have timesheets that can move to payroll. You got to be able to do T&M tracking. You got to be able to do comprehensive change order management. You have to be able to record issues and impacts on the fly. You got to be able to generate RFIs and then track RFIs. Most importantly, most subcontractors get dumped on with RFIs. How do you manage those and how do you manage them well? You have quality management. You have to have quality management reporting. You have equipment tools that you're managing that includes everything from maintenance to just pre-operational checklists every single day on the job, according to OSHA and state regulations. And then you've got complete safety compliance and reporting. Be able to build these in is incredibly important. I want to give you a quick look, if we can here, at just the change management aspect of this. So from a daily entry to a change management, we can see that from the daily entry page, a foreman can be able to begin to record time into a time card and have it directed directly to that field work orders and as just a normal part of recording time. Those field work orders are logged into an area where all the other change documents are, but they're done in such a way where all those hours are collected by individual, and then they're made into a change order request as they move all the way through. So you never lose the data. The data you have to close and open it before you can do it, so you never can contaminate data, so that in the end you have a streamlined change order management process that goes all the way through. In job setup, we set up all the rates and everything applies to that. So what used to take us 30 minutes to an hour to create on a weekly basis for maybe one change order can be done in less than 5 minutes. This has become a really incredibly important and a great project management tool. Another quick look is looking at safety compliance. This is just one area of SubHQ, but it's opening up and doing pre-task plans where you look at today's work plan. You evaluate today's job hazards and analysis of those job hazards. You have the ability to do crew toolbox talks, and then as crews sign those are all logged into training records for those individuals. At the end of the day, you can do the same thing with post-tax. Record the results of the day, report any near misses, injuries or accidents, and if there is a near miss or accident, all those documentation and all that logging of those incident reports and accident investigations all take place within the scope of SubHQ. So there's full logging of safety docs, and with crew signatures and recording of those, you also get the added benefit of being able to tie up loose ends all the time. The value proposition and ROI for SubHQ is very significant, and I can tell you because I've lived it over 3 years and over 300 projects with probably over 60 to 80 different people operating at 30 to 40 on a regular basis. Time and savings is significant all across from the field, shop, and office. That change management made easy. You know, there's hundreds of these changes documents that can go through on a given project at any one time. Managing your resources effectively, manpower, equipment, tools, guarding against economic uncertainty. Be able to have this stuff at your fingertips as an owner is incredibly important. And then also having something that's scalable and sustainable. That's something that's going to be incredibly important for small to mid-sized contractors as they look at their legacy plans. And then safety and compliance to meet all the OSHA and state regulations. We've gone through and looked at this across the board, and these are realistic numbers. We assume that small to mid-sized contractors, easily in this example, would be 40 to 100 total employees with 5 to 12 office personnel. Assumes an average cost of $50 an hour, which in my case is actually low because the people out in the field are union representatives and their rates are much higher than that. But to use a good and believable example, we use $50 an hour as an average across that. We're assuming anywhere from 5 to 10 field personnel. So if you look at the highs and the lows, you're looking at annual savings in hours of over 2,000 hours at the low end and over almost 5,000 hours at the high end. That amounts to over $100,000 to $230,000 worth of savings and efficiencies within an organization, subcontractor organization. And I can tell you we've experienced that. So the vision for SubHQ as we move forward is to be the go-to solution of choice for subcontractors worldwide. We also want to raise the bar industry standard to get those safety standards up across the board, and giving them tools to be able to do that is essential. And then we want to be able to, with all this data being collectively brought together, we can create BI tools that allow you to give incredible insights into your company. Also building integrations with the Procores of the world and the GC-centric platforms that allow you to be able to communicate directly, but subcontractors have to be able to manage their data effectively in their own systems. And then we believe that there's a lot of great future tech, just as we just saw in the previous demonstration, that SubHQ, a lot of times this tech is having a difficult time getting to the field. Having platform like SubHQ will enable a lot of that technology in the future to be able to reach the field effectively. So with that, just to look at our team as we built and our involvement in Shadow Labs, Beacon 9, and FMI over the last year. And we believe that now is the opportunity and time to digitize your company. So that's my presentation, and I want to thank you.